nearly out.
Je wordt de gemeente delen. Ik heb.
Utrecht, Zetogenbos, Cologne HBF. Further to Frankfurt and Mannheim. This train does not stop today in Eindhoven. I repeat, this train does not.
That's also the problem. It should go inside like this.
Getting off the station across from the side. It's not. Yeah, this one. So I'm assuming we probably have to get off.
There's a couple.
Is diverted today and will only stop at Utrecht, Zetogenbos, Cologne HBF. And further direction of Siegel. flight on Meine Damen und Herren, hier zu Köln Hauptbahnhof, der Ausstieg Fahrtrichtung links, Dames en heren.